This program was first broadcast on Canterbury's access media station, Plains FM, and was made with the assistance of New Zealand On Air.
Welcome to your weekly dose of the Accountology Show. I'm your host and chartered accountant, Nicole Haig, with an insatiable curiosity for uncovering accounting ideas to help businesses grow. I have so many nuggets of gold to share. Are you ready to make your good business great? Let's get stuck right in. Hey, it's Nicole Haig, your host for another episode of the Accountology Show. Today, in accounting news, we have fashion designer Kate Sylvester, who is preparing to close her business after more than 30 years. On Tuesday, the 9th of April, 2024, Kate Sylvester announced she'll be winding down operations and would close the business next year. The final collection from the Kate Sylvester label will be released later this year, and its 6 New Zealand stores, 3 in Auckland, 1 in Wellington, and 2 in Christchurch, will close. For retail in general, it's a really difficult time. Discretionary spending is being held very tightly, so consumers will not generally buy things that they don't need, which immediately impacts most industries. Retail is one in particular. Centric's chief executive Keith McLaughlin said liquidations for the retail sector were up 57% from where they were this time last year. Is this just the beginning for retail to come under pressure from a tough economy? Are you a business owner struggling with profit, cash flow, or to find balance between work and life? At Nicole Haig & Associates, we want to help business owners just like you reclaim your freedom. Freedom to spend quality time with loved ones, freedom from stress, and freedom from financial burdens. But how do we do it? It's simple. We listen, we understand, and we create bespoke, structured programs tailored to your unique business and personal goals. With the right education, coaching, and expert advice, we'll show you how to increase profits, improve cash flow, and align your business and personal goals. Don't do it alone. Let NH+A be your guide to success. Work smarter, not harder, with our proven accountability methods. Your freedom starts here. Contact us today. So in today's episode, we're diving into the wild world of business survival. Business has been unpredictable in the last few years, from 2020 when we had COVID, 21 we had lockdowns, 22 we had inflation, and 23 interest rate spikes. That's quite a start to the decade. But here we are in 2024, staring down the barrel of an official recession that's affecting and sinking many industries. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. In fact, it's the perfect time to roll up our sleeves, get strategic, and make some moves that'll set us up for success in the long run. Listen for some tips later in the show. So the past few years have been a roller coaster, am I right? Remember 2020, that infamous year of COVID crushing our plans and businesses left and right, scrambling to adapt and survive and thrive in the face of unprecedented challenges? Yeah, wasn't a fun time, was it? Then came 2021 and bam, lockdowns hit us like a ton of bricks. It felt like we were living in some kind of weird sci-fi movie. And don't even get me started on 2022. Inflation was like that unwanted guest that just wouldn't leave the party. Government handouts, along with everyone's increased domestic spending during COVID because we couldn't travel, meant that they bought boats and batches, new cars, spa pools, homes were renovated. All of that came back to haunt us. So fast forward to 2023 and guess what? Interest rates decided to take a wild ride, leaving us scratching our heads and checking our wallets. And now here we are in 2024, staring down the barrel of an official recession, and that's affecting and sinking many industries. Talk about buzzkill, right? I'm afraid to say, if you think the storm is passing anytime soon, think again. With the announcement on Wednesday, the 10th of April, that the OCR will remain at 5.5%, it could be a while longer before we see any decrease in this OCR, maybe 3/4 of the way throughout the year, which is what banks are predicting, which could tie up with maybe the August 14th Reserve Bank OCR announcement, maybe. If the Reserve Bank goes too soon and reduces the OCR, it potentially sends a signal that we can start spending again, which will stimulate the economy, increase inflation, which is still not down between 1% and 3%, which is where the Reserve Bank's target is at. At December 2023, the inflation rate in New Zealand was 4.7%. The next CPI, which is our Consumer Price Index announcement, which is our measure of inflation, is the 17th of April for the March quarter. We're in survival mode, team. And it's no secret that New Zealand has a high rate of business failures. I'm sure an element relates to there being no barriers to entry, so virtually anyone can set up a business in New Zealand. From my experience, however, a significant contributor to this failure is the lack of financial literacy. And I get it. If you wanted to be an accountant, you would have gone to university and accounting school, right? Business owners go into business because they're good at what they do, not necessarily good at understanding the importance of what the numbers are telling them. And they don't invest in themselves. If you have a business, you want to be successful and grow that business into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. So it's important to invest in yourself, to upskill and learn the fundamentals of business finance, understand your profit and cash flow and the drivers that impact this. It doesn't have to be hard. So put simply, cash flow is something fluid. It's money coming in and money going out. That's it. Too many business owners see upskilling as a cost and don't afford themselves the time or the money to sit down and better themselves and ultimately their business's employees, their own family, by learning these business fundamentals. But if you're a business owner and you're listening to the Accountology Show, then you will be, without doubt, an aspirational business owner who wants to make a difference in your business and move the needle. This is just one step to better financial education. The next is to seek help with this critical part of your business. And recent data from Xero supports this. 80% of small business owners feel stressed because of cash. 70% reported increased anxiety, and 60% said they were having trouble sleeping. Does this sound like you? So let's take a closer look at a couple of industries. Currently, it seems that nearly every week in Canterbury, we hear about another building company that has fallen on hard times as the downturn in the sector starts to bite. With demand for new build homes significantly reduced, it is the residential market that is feeling the pressure and where companies are buckling. A total of 435 companies in construction have gone into liquidation over the year to February the 29th, according to new figures from the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment, MB. On a regional basis, Canterbury had the second highest number of building sector companies to be put into liquidation over that time, at 47. The MB figures also show that in New Zealand, there were 423 construction industry liquidations in the 2023 calendar year, up from 325 in 2023 and 221 in the 2021 year. Then there is the retail industry, which has been doing it really tough, with announcements from the likes of Kate Sylvester, a national icon, that she's closing down. The designer is calling it quits after 31 years in the fashion business as retailers struggle with high costs and low profits. A retail industry group expert predicts luxury fashion label Kate Sylvester will not be the last to come under pressure from a tough economy. Whilst a couple of days later, Ted Baker announces voluntary liquidation. One of the first international upmarket retail chains to set up shop in New Zealand has exited the market and is embarking on a rapid downsizing operation after the global operator fell into administration. So it's not just limited to New Zealand. Aside from people not spending as much currently, our buying patterns have changed remarkably. Businesses are now competing on a global scale where you can buy clothes online for a fraction of the price and have them delivered to your door without leaving the confines of your desk or home. Now, my two adult daughters tell me that online purchasing is where it's at with the likes of AliExpress, Temu and Shein, and they report that you don't have to spend crazy amounts to get good quality items. Unless we adapt our business in this dynamic global world, we're going to be left behind. But hey, here's the silver lining. You don't have to sit back and accept defeat. The businesses that hustle and make smart moves now are the ones that will come out on top when the sun finally shines again. So let's do a little reality check, shall we? Is your business ready to weather the storm? Here's a couple of tips to increase your sales. Number one, to increase customer retention. So that's holding on to your existing customers. Keep your current customers happy because it's easier to keep them happy than it is to attract new ones. The second is increase leads generated. So that's getting new customers. Drive more potential customers to your website, phone, and premises. The third one is increase your prospect conversion. So convert more prospects, your sales conversion rate, right? Follow up with those who've made inquiries, show interest, and build rapport. This helps prospects to buy from you. And fourth, increase transaction value. Increase the amount each customer spends. So upsell additional services or bigger volumes to your current customers or clients. That's like the whole McDonald's, would you like fries with that? And the fifth one is increase transaction frequency. Increase the amount that your customer spends with you and the amount of times. So encourage customers to buy more frequently. And it's also good to have a look at your costs, bringing them down and improving your margin, negotiating better deals with your suppliers, and review your overheads. Is there any fat that can be trimmed? Not muscle. Okay, so here are some other tips. Assess your business. Take a moment to evaluate your current business position. Have you weathered the challenges over the past few years? And what areas need improvement or adjustment? Plan strategically. Don't wait for the storm to hit before acting. Develop a proactive strategy to navigate through uncertainty. Identify potential risks and opportunities and outline clear steps to address them. And build resilience. Cultivate resilience within yourself and your team. Embrace change, stay adaptable, and learn from setbacks. Remember, it's not about avoiding challenges, but how you respond to them that matters the most. Seek support. Don't do it alone. Reach out to your network for advice, guidance, and support. Collaborate with fellow business owners, mentors, and industry experts to share insights and resources. And finally, stay positive. Maintain a positive mindset even in the face of adversity. Focus on the opportunities that lie ahead and believe in your ability to overcome obstacles. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity for growth and learning. But it's no good just listening to these tips. You need to take one or two of these strategies and execute and start implementing them into your business strategy today. With resilience, strategic planning, and support, you can not only survive but thrive in today's uncertain landscape. The business landscape has been anything but predictable lately. From COVID-19 to inflation to interest rate spikes, it's been a wild ride. But amidst all the chaos, one thing remains clear. Resilience is key. We've also explored the importance of being proactive and strategic in the face of uncertainty. Instead of waiting for the storm to pass, successful businesses are taking action now to position themselves for success in the future. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this. Regardless of what challenges lie ahead, remember that you have the strength, the smarts, and the support to weather the storm. Keep pushing forward, stay resilient, and never underestimate the power of a positive mindset. Action points for the listeners today. Number 1, don't underestimate the power of knowledge. Boost your financial literacy by listening to more of the Accountology Show, obviously, but invest in yourself to understand the fundamentals of your business financials so you don't become another statistic, and seek help with this critical part of your business. The second action point is to take the slow time to assess your business and what your current business position looks like. Have you weathered the challenges of the past few years? And what areas need improvement or adjustment? And thirdly, strategically plan. Don't wait for the storm to hit before acting. Develop a proactive strategy to navigate through the uncertainty. Identify potential risks and opportunities and outline clear steps to address them. And if you take one thing away from this conversation, one aha moment, in a world where uncertainty reigns supreme, the ability to anticipate change and pivot accordingly is invaluable. Whether it's navigating economic downturns, industry shifts, or global crises, those who can embrace change and strategically adjust their approach will be best positioned for success. So remember to stay agile, stay informed, and always be ready to evolve with the times. Thanks for joining us on The Accountology Show. If you have enjoyed today's show, you're in luck because we'll be back next week. You'll find past episodes at plainsfm.org.nz and subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify to never miss an episode. We would love it if you would leave a 5-star review and tell a friend or business owner who would benefit from hearing our show. We also love hearing from you, so reach out with any comments or a topic you'd like covered, and even suggestions for whom we should get in the studio next for an interview. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and TikTok. Our handle is NH Plus Associates, that's NHPLUS Associates, or email me, nicole@nh-a.co.nz. But most importantly, thank you for taking the time to listen to the show. Until next time, keep building that business into the empire it absolutely deserves to be.